In Armageddon, designed by Marling Thompson and published by TheRealQueenGames, players compete to rebuild society. Armageddon is for 3 to 4 players and plays in 90 minutes and is for gamers ages 12 and up. As survivors of the Armageddon, each player will reconstruct a city using the varying survivors' talents to their fullest to grow their city and prosper. All survivors ask for is a place to sleep and keep them safe, or they might turn against you and join forces with the Marauders, who are a constant threat to your newly reborn city. The game is played over 6 rounds. An intermediate scoring is taken after round 3 and final scoring takes place after round 6. Each round consists of 4 phases. Let's dive into a turn mid-game. Equipment cards are placed in the spaces at the top of the board. Meeples are drawn from the bag according to the number of meeples shown above each of the cards. Building cards are placed on the second row. Each card gets a randomly drawn building tile. Now we can begin bidding. The start player is the player with the highest score. That player places their marker and any number of meeples behind their screen to increase the value of their bid on any of the 3 auction areas. The other players place their markers in clockwise order from the first player to place their bid. Then each auction area is resolved one at a time. On the equipment track, the player in the number 1 spot won the auction. They will take an equipment card of their choice and the meeples on it and place it behind their screen. Any red meeples on the card represent Marauders, and the player must move their marker up the Marauder track on the main game board. The meeples they use to bid with stay on the auction board until the round is completed. This player also gets the bonus shown on the green token at the bottom of the auction area. The green tokens are always something positive. The red tokens are always negative. The loser of this auction moves their marker up on the Marauder track. Equipment cards will gain the player points for the end of the game. In the case of the second auction track, the orange player has won, having placed first and added 3 meeples to their bid. They get to choose first from the 4 building cards. Second place will go to the brown player, placing third, but having placed more meeples than the white player. The last auction area is won by the orange player, having placed 5 meeples. This is the only auction area where the color of the meeples placed matters. Yellow meeples are considered engineers. They will mostly activate cards that gain equipment. Green meeples do everything other meeples do, including activating building cards, but usually for the lesser benefit of the 2 options shown on the card. They can also move your marker on the damage track 1 space to the left for every 2 green meeples contributed. The purple meeples are leaders that can be any color of meeple. They are wild. Blue meeples are military. They are used to activate cards and fight off Marauders during the next phase. When all auctions are completed, players take back their markers and meeples. All markers go back behind their screens. Meeples used in the first 2 auction areas are also placed behind their screen. Meeples from the third auction area are used to activate buildings on their player boards. Now players check to see how many Marauders they are able to fight off. The brown player placed 1 blue meeple on their watchtower card, allowing them to fight off 2 Marauders, but their marker on the scavenger track is on 3. Brown has to move their marker 1 space up their damage track. During the setup phase for the next round, this player will have to take all the damage up to and including where their marker is on the track. Next, all players must check that they have enough lodging for the number of meeples they have. If they do not, they must put the difference into the bag, and for every meeple they put back, they lose 2 victory points. The next round begins.